30 Folks Daycare. I am your main man, 30 Folks, and I appreciate y'all being here, man. Yo, you know what? I'm thinking that liberal culture is the biggest April Fool's joke, right? I'm gonna get right into it, man. I'm not gonna hold y'all. I was watching It Is What It Is earlier today, and Mace and Maurice Claret went through a tirade. I mean, they had a man moment, a true man moment. And the crazy part is, Stat Baby was kind of sort of getting on my nerves, but just because she's a black girl and black women don't really suffer consequences, so they had all these situations where people were obviously in the wrong. It wasn't illegal, but they were immoral, right? A lack of integrity. And she was like, "Well, I'm the new generation, and in the new generation, you could do what you want to do." Kali, the only thing she didn't say is Kali Ma, do as thou wilt. And I was like, "Yeah, well, she's young, and she a girl. She don't understand consequences." But that's the problem. People don't understand consequences. When I was young, I used to visit a friend that lived in the projects, and he was saying how when he didn't live in the projects when I visited him. He moved from the projects. He was from the projects. And he said he wasn't until he got into a neighborhood with houses in it that he realized that selling drugs was wrong. Because everybody around him sold drugs, he thought it was natural. He didn't understand why the police were trying to arrest them for doing something natural. Uncle on drugs, mom on drugs. You know what I'm saying? They busting out girls for weed, which is drugs. They whole social economy was based around drugs. So he couldn't understand why drugs are wrong until he left the projects. Right? Sometimes you have to leave people and places alone. You have to leave people and places alone. I want to go through this clip real quick. Um, and I may have a little back and forth here and there, but I'm pretty much gonna let him rock because Mace triggered Maurice. That's the only thing I'm gonna say. That's the only way I'm gonna set this up. Mace triggered Maurice to be a man. Maurice wanted to be the happy-go-lucky. I don't want to lose my job. Thank Cameron for giving me a second opportunity, dude. And Mace was like, "Nah, bro, this ain't none of that." So hopefully, I started at the beginning of the question. I don't have to bring it back. And let's go.
Underdog Fantasy picks of the day. Tonight, the Celtics will play the Hornets. Underdog Fantasy has Jason Tatum at 27.5 points. Do you have him higher or lower? Mace?
27.5 points.
Yes.
Who they playing again?
The Hornets.
Of course he's gonna have more than that.
Okay.
This is why y'all need me. Cam is not here. But for this type of stuff, Cam is not needed. I'm really the go-to on this. But use code Cam. Take my advice and use code Cam. So that way he'll get you to the finals, but you'll know it was me.
Okay.
Shout out to Killer. You better get back, Killer.
Okay. Jalen Brown's at 31.5 points, rebounds, and assists.
Hold on, my bad. Let's speed this up a little bit.
LSU's Haley Van Lith says there is racism behind negative LSU comments. So basically, an article posted a column labeling them as dirty debutantes. Kimolke also weighed in and wasn't happy about the article written about them. So Haley Van Lith spoke up and said in a conference, "We do have a lot of Black women on this team, and unfortunately, that bias does exist still today. And a lot of the people that are making those comments are being racist towards my teammates. I'm in a unique situation where I see with myself, I'll talk trash and I'll get a different reaction than if Angel Reese talks trash."
Let me pause this for a minute. I just realized real quick that I might need to put a overlay up so they don't flag the video. Because So I want y'all to hear what Mace got to say. One second, guys. So the whole thing is about a white girl taking up for black girls. Cool. Just want to put this overlay up real quick so they don't flag us. As good as any. Fair use. Fair use.
So, what do you guys think about Haley speaking up, the comments that she said, speaking up for her teammates, and the article that was written about LSU?
What do we think about Haley speaking up? It's great. It's great she's speaking up. However, what does debutantes mean? It sounds dirty.
Well,
Yeah.
I just
Oh, well,
go ahead.
yeah, when I was searching debutante, like the pictures were kind of like showgirly, stripperish. So
Oh, you know what? And if they're saying that, they may be referring to like the extra baby hair. They may be. I'm just saying what somebody can be seeing from a different vantage point. Not that it's right. I don't think any of it's right, but I'm saying this goes back to the previous conversation we were having. You must not number one, the comments are wrong. However, I'm saying you must not present yourself away and then get upset that people treat you that way. Right? So,
I want to bring that back. I ain't got nothing to say. I just want to bring that back.
right. But I'm saying this goes back to the previous conversation we were having. You must not number one, the comments are wrong. However, I'm saying you must not present yourself away and then get upset that people treat you that way. Right? So we're in this touchy society where people wanna be treated as grand, but they wanna act poorly. Right? So it's like I don't want to be responsible for my actions, but don't talk to me like I'm crazy. But I want to be able to do crazy stuff. This is your generation, Stat. This is your generation and my generation. People want to do crazy stuff, but they want to be seen as something else.
Let me pause right there. I'm gonna let Mace keep cooking, but that's the gist, and they're about to get deeper into it. And I think he eloquated himself well. I don't have much to say about that, but I see that all the time. That's why I don't get on panels with black women. They want to be seen with regard. They want to be seen as queens while they act poorly. They want to tell you how they don't need you, but how you need to pay for them. Same thing with, it's not even a gender based thing, it's a liberal thing. The same thing as quote unquote black men. The felons, right? The ones who want to be seen as a thug but not racially profiled. But they're not even being racially profiled. They're being profiled based on the perception they're giving. If you out here with tattoos on your face and dreadlocks and you're like, why are they following me around the store? It's the perception that you're giving. I don't think that these Kali Ma people understand that. My volume low. Alright. See what I can do about that. But I don't, hey, that might, hey, I got louder. Shout out to the soundboard. I still don't know how to work it, but I did a little better. But that's all part of being part of this Kali Ma do as thou wilt. You can't judge me. Who gonna check me, boo? Generation. I have a friend, and I'm gonna go right back to Mace. I have a friend who, for some reason, this nigga love watching reality shows. It's the weirdest shit ever, right? I'm like, yo, bro, really? Turn the game on, right? But anyway, so what I noticed back in the day, I walked in one day. He was watching Real Housewives when Nene Leakes was on. This is some years back. At least now he watch cool shit like cooking shows. But he used to watch like girl reality shows. He still watch reality shows. But they just don't be girly. But he used to watch Real Housewives. And what I noticed was on my social media feed, right, on my Facebook feed, it'd be all these girls talking about Real Housewives of Atlanta, right? And they all talked about all the things that they were doing, but they not as bad as Nene Leaks. That was the whole thing. And I went to his crib one day and I watched the episode with him, and I was like, "Yo, Shorty wildin', ex stripper, found a sugar daddy, all that. But she the typical. She not even the worst black woman I know. Nene Leaks is not the worst black woman I know. And but my timeline is full of girls doing horrible things, saying at least they're not bad as Nene Leaks. And I figured this out around 2013. Black women want to be the second worst. They just want to be able to say somebody is worse than them. I'm not as bad as that, right? You see it when they start talking about motherhood. Single mothers will tell a childless woman she don't know how hard life is with a baby. A chick with 3 kids will come and tell the woman with 1 kid you don't know how hard it is to have 3 kids. A girl with 5 kids by 7 dudes, because you know you got to count the 2 abortions, will talk about how you don't know how hard it is to be to have 5 kids and different daddies, and you got to multiply, and some daddies do others, and you stealing money from Peter to pay Paul. And I'm like, yo, this is the victim Olympics. Being a liberal is wanting to be seen as regal, but operate as a pauper. It's the craziest thing. And then get upset when people treat you like a pauper. And get mad at the people who are trying to take you away from that situation and put you in a regal place because they see something in you. They see a talent in you. They see intelligence in you. They see some type of merit or ability in you. Broke niggas want to be around those people just to ride the wave, passenger seat niggas. But they only riding the wave until the car stop, and then they gonna hop in somebody else's whip. They don't care, cause they never gonna be shit. They just want to be around people that shit. They just want to be in the background of the photo with Jay-Z in the front, and it be a group of dudes in the back with do rags on. They just want to be a do rag in the back, nigga. Anyway, but that's all I got to say about that. I'm about to let them rock out. I just got to stop every once in a while so they don't hit me for fair use. But let's go.
Like, no, this is just my time doing this. And it's impossible for you to be a public figure and not think that your public image hangs on how you carry yourself in public. Right? So if you got loud people, if they're doing raunchy things, if they and then this is not what LSU is doing, but we're having a conversation because it seemed like there's a big gap of people taking accountability. It's like accountability doesn't exist. Van is saying this. How you say her name? Van Lift?
Halen or
Yeah. Like she's saying this, but I would love to see what she says when she's not with them. Because what I notice most times is that people that say these things publicly, they don't feel that same way when they're not with black people. Not that she's like this, but I'm just gonna go ahead and say it since we're on this topic today. There's people that'll be around you and like, oh yeah, I got black friends, da 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 da. But do they talk that way amongst people that are not black when black people are not there? That would be a better question. So that's how I feel about it. It's great that she said this in public. It's great that she took that stance. But I've seen people do this on different sports shows. They do the same thing when they're with black people, but when they're not with them, they talk totally different.
Real quick. Makes it look like we could be cousins. That's crazy. You know what I noticed too, guys? I have noticed not only do people do it around other races, people do it around other genders. You know what I mean? So you have a friend that be super tough, super thug, right? Super thug man. I don't want to get All right, so you can have super thug friend, right? And then his girl call him, and all of a sudden he a punk, right? Like, yes, dear, I've seen it. Tattoo face, two guns on their waist. Man, folks, I'll kill anybody for you, G, you my nigga. And then he'll get FaceTime by some fat chick, and she'll be like, I know you ain't out there being bad. She'll, no, baby, I'm not. I'm being good. And I'm like, what all this tough Tony shit you was just saying before your phone rung? You was just talking about, man, point at a nigga and you would take him out for me. Now you, yes, staring to this fat bitch because you need a place to lay. I see it all the time. I see the all the girls on, and it's another reason I don't go on these social media debates, not on any platform, because women online are in the land of make believe. None of these chicks are like that in real life. None of them. Not even Trouble One. Trouble One somewhere begging a nigga for a drink when her broke ass goes to the bar. She one of them girls. You ever heard the story when I said I went to a motorcycle club because my boy was chefing for him and I was gonna set up a booth to move the Notion Organic, and three burly ghetto bitches came in there and saw me and was like, "Oh, you cute. You gonna buy us a drink?" I'm like, "No, I'm not. You is gonna buy us a drink." Had the nerve to go to the bartender and order three drinks and point at me like he gonna pay for the drinks. I'm in the back waving like, "No, no, I'm not." She's like, "I'm gonna go get the motorcycle club president and he gonna fuck you up. You gonna buy a drink, man." I had to dip out. I'm like, man, I'm not dealing with these ghetto bitches. Those are the type of people that y'all arguing with on social media. Motherfuckers who can't buy their own drink that bully niggas. Or girls who got them in man. She all on this motherfucker talking about how she the finest thing since before she need a 666 man. But look at the nigga she fuck with. All the motherfuckers look like Lil Daryl. All of them look like this. She knows her price range in real life. These are not good people. They just liars on social media. But I see how people operate in real life when they're around other people. A lot of this shit is smoke and mirrors. A lot of this. But in addition to that, he brought up another point that I want to address real quick. And the point was that when you are representing something bigger than you, when you're representing the logo, and that's what Angel Reese and whatever athlete, whoever, that's what they're doing. They're representing the logo. When you're representing the logo comes with requirements. You can't just be Jenny off the block when you're asking for money from NIL deals or sponsors, endorsements. I don't give a fuck if it's a GoFundMe. You can't be Jenny off the block when you're asking somebody else for a little bit of hope, a little bit of opportunity. I mean, you can keep it real until keep it real go wrong, but you can't be the keep it real person when you are representing something bigger than you, an entity bigger than you. You have to follow the guidelines of what's going on. We're gonna put a pin in that. I'm gonna show y'all exactly what I mean in a minute. Matter of fact, man, like as y'all come in, man, like and sub as y'all come in, but in your heart, donate to the daycare. I don't think. Yeah, lost the sound bite. Ah, that's great.
Hey, baby. How much do you need?
Not much. Just enough for a new wig and a BBL.
Can dirty folks get some cash apps too, please kind sir?
So either way, I think it's all wrong. I think it's all sad that people are still in 2024 because white girls like black guys and black guys like white girls. So I don't see
Nick,
how people
shout
are
out to
really,
Nick.
I don't see how people are really racist. You know,
Hey,
you get a white guy stat. Look at you
I'm gonna let
speaking well of them. I'm saying most people, not Van Halen, not that she's doing this, but it ain't 100.
I'm gonna give you something else to add on to it. When you doing a national publication, bro, you know how many fucking editors you go through before you put material out? And so for everybody know what the fuck a dirty debutante is, When I just know when I was coming up, it was
What
girls
is
who
it,
would
Mo? I didn't know.
no, so I don't know the exact terminology, right? But when we were coming up in high school, there was girls who would go like the etiquette classes, and then they would do all these etiquette classes, and then it would be a debutante ball, and they would all have like suits and ties, and it would be some like formal things. So to call somebody a dirty version of that is to say that that person is like basically like a piece of shit, right? But I just look at like who passed this, whose death did this pass for them to say, oh, okay, this shit is cool to put out. You know every fucking line of everything that goes out, and you know how it's displayed. She's just the one who's pointing it out, and so she's probably also speaking to when we moving through traffic or when we whooping teams' ass, and to your point, when motherfuckers talking shit and just rocking how niggas rock and displaying that behavior, that's going to get a certain opinion when you step in certain environments. And we can say, oh man, fuck this, fuck that. It just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? People are going to label you a certain way based upon how you act in whatever environment. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying I know based on how I present myself, whether I'm competing and getting loud or how I'm displaying myself on social media, or when people even see me getting money and they resent it. So
Yeah,
when you
Mo.
young and you black and you get money, there's people who get up and work their ass off and they resent it. And people hate to hear that. That's why they try to minimize sports and talk down on it and talk so much shit like, man, these niggas shouldn't be making this money. All these things are like uncomfortable and cringeworthy to be heard out loud, bro.
Yeah.
But it is what it fucking is. You know what I'm saying? And until people have that honest conversation, so what ends up happening is you get these sideways remarks where dirty debutantes. Man, you know how many motherfuckers laughed about that and shot that out? You know what I'm saying? And so I look at
That's
I
why I
look
made it in the media. That's why I made it. That's exactly what I'm saying. Behind closed doors, when they were talking, that was okay. That's why I made it to print.
okay, just think about just think about a moment where early in the season I was about to make a bad joke and motherfucker said this. We ain't gonna do that. You feel where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
Because somebody cares about you to say nah. But if somebody lets something go through, you can tell that they'll let your ass jump off a bridge, but they let those comments come out. You know what I'm saying? And that's how people collectively feel. But I can go on and on about this
Yeah.
topic, but my fault, Stat. You go ahead and weigh in,
Wait.
or
I want to add something else before
go ahead.
Stat go. What else I thought about when it comes to Haley Van?
Van Lith, yes. You could just say Haley.
Yeah, when it comes to Haley, is this she needs to correct them because she understand what they're doing is communicating to other people. So if you're gonna stand in the trenches with them on a topic that's gonna affect them, also tell them about the behavior that they're doing. Cause she's kind of like going about it from what I'm reading. I don't know her, but from what I'm reading, almost like in a I'm not gonna say she's being passive aggressive. I would like to see her be more assertive with them because it's their behavior. Just like she said, if she start making comments on the court, it's because it's taken totally different. It's taken totally different to who? That means you're aware of the race difference.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're aware of the race difference, then you need to school them because obviously they don't care nothing about it. And what I've learned about friends that I may have known when they
Let me fast forward a little bit. There's a point in here that I really want. First of all, I really want to hear Stat Baby talk because you guys don't realize the difference between ideology, right? You looking at two men, Mason Bether, who was a millionaire at 21 years old, Maurice Claret, even though he was point shaving, he was dealing with boosters. He was a star at Ohio State. He was a millionaire at 21 years old. Mace had to walk away from music and didn't even get his publishing because he was dealing with Puff. Maurice Claret ended up going to the feds for gambling because he was taking booster money. These are men who got money young, who saw the pitfalls of what's going on, and are coming back as 40-year-old men be like, yo, This is what I wish somebody would have told me. This is y'all niggas talking to these black girls on these panels too, by the way. Trying to tell these motherfuckers etiquette. They don't give a fuck, bro. And this is why I want to play. Let's go.
I respect that because I mean, a lot of the teammates have made comments about, how the media portrays them and keeps trying to say that they act ghetto and stuff like that. And it's kind of like people brush over it and they're like, yeah, that's how you guys act. But now that Haley and their coach Kim has spoken up, like this is like an ESPN headline title. People are like, this is what they're saying, which I think more people need to see, one. And two, it just seems like she's a great teammate. She's been sticking up for her teammates for a lot of stuff, even in that fight with South Carolina when Camila Cardoso and Flavia.
Nah, I don't want to hear that. She said something earlier. I don't really want to go to it. I guess I can. I guess I can't get into what she said earlier, but because this is the issue. What she said in the beginning of the show is what the issue is. This is what Mase was referring to.
So the fun thing with the serpent is, how does a serpent
Oh.
talk? What? And not only that, but why is the serpent's punishment?
Wait a minute. Of course it's a commercial, because why not, right? Then I want to show y'all something.
Rooted church, traditional family values. Man, literally traditional family values. They not going for that shit, bro. And we hate to say this stuff out loud, but that's what it is. And so when you look at somebody who paint their nails, there's somebody who's sitting up high and looking down. And it's cool, it's comical, but when that shit starts to affect the bottom line, or it looks at like this is a distraction, and it's
Sidebar, they talking about a basketball player who polishes his nails for every game. Also, Dwayne Wade type stuff. He polished his nails so much that I think L'Oreal gave him an NIL deal. So now he has to polish his nails every game and show his manicure off every game like a 16-year-old girl. That's what they're talking about right now. They're talking about. I'll get into it. I'm gonna talk about it in a minute. I just want y'all to hear what Stat Baby had to say. Then we're gonna go to another segment. I want to show y'all something else.
is disrupting other people. This is how they play. You know what I'm saying? This is literally how they play. And I'm talking about there should be somebody in McCain's corner saying that to him, like, "Yo, bro, you don't want to be that person." Go ahead, my fault.
Yeah, you don't want to be. So you basically saying he shouldn't be the mascot for something that's bigger than him, unless that's what he want to fully embrace and know all of the things that come with it. Basically,
Mace, I wanted to be a real nigga. It's a lot of young niggas who want to be real niggas and play sports.
yeah.
Real nigga can be a hindrance, just as painting your nails can be a hindrance. A real nigga mentality doesn't exist in a professional setting.
Man, I want to pause it right there. Keep a pin in that. Being a real nigga does not equate in a professional setting, but being professional doesn't equate in a real nigga setting either. It goes both ways. However, situational awareness. Put a pin in that though. That's what we're gonna talk about in a minute. Right after Stat Baby, see what she gonna say.
Keep that shit where it's at, but when you step in this setting, you're a professional and you function up under the guidance, right? That's set before you. And if you can't separate the two, your ass will be limited with your growth. And so we make it to negative connotations with people doing ignorant shit, but it also is with any behavior that doesn't fit in this box. That's what I'm saying.
In your ecosystem, that's what you call it.
My fault. I know we went past the break. My fault.
Just super quick, that is just like, that's the reality of some things, but like from the beginning of time, a lot of things have been that way, and it always just takes that one person to break that barrier to see change. So if that is something that he truly cares about, if he's like, look, I can ball. If y'all really worried about me painting my nails, I'm going to paint my nails and continue to show you that I can still ball. And if he is that one to do that, he breaks that, because things have been systematic like that since the beginning of time. Whether we're talking about, people's sexual orientation, whether we're talking about race, whether we're talking about gender, like women couldn't do stuff, Black people couldn't do stuff. Like there's so many different boxes. And I know it just sounds simple.
Yeah,
I'm just saying it's
with any behavior that doesn't fit in this box.
I want to bring it back. I want y'all to hear this again. I want you to listen to the anarchy. This is a 22-year-old girl making more money than any 22-year-old girl that she knows. dealing with Cam because Cam pay everybody because Cam a cuck. And she, she cute with makeup on. College educated 22-year-old girl who just got an opportunity because Cam needed somebody and she was there. Timing plus opportunity is luck, right? Well, that's not true. Preparation plus opportunity equal luck. She was lucky to get this opportunity. Anybody could do what she did. You don't need a degree to be a moderator. I watch Fatty moderate. I watch my boy Conto moderate. Conto moderate everything. Every conversation Conto moderated. I'm like, God damn. You don't need a degree for this. She got lucky. She was prepared and she seized the opportunity. She got lucky. Her whole thing is what all black women's thing is, the exception to the rule. That's why they all think they're exceptional, because they all think that they're exception to the rule. They all believe that. Motivational say, I like how Cam stares through her Tyler. Nah, he really don't. I think Cam respect her dad, so he just let her title. But everything. She goes gender orientation. She goes nail polish. She goes ghetto. She goes tattoos on her face. And all those people are supposed to be groundbreaking. But what are they breaking ground in? They're breaking ground in toxic behavior. The look at me, attention mongering behavior. The clothes get scampier. The girls get raunchier. The people get louder, yell more. The acts of violence become more prevalent because they all want to be horrible people, but not the most horrible. They just want to be the second worst. You're dealing with a culture of women, gays, and felons who work hard to be the second worst. They just want to be able to point at somebody and say, I'm not as bad as them. But they're hoping somebody comes by worse so they can have worse behavior. That's what y'all not getting. They want to have, let me preach to y'all for a minute. They want to have poorer behavior. They want the bar to go down even lower. They want to get fatter. They want to wear heavier hair. They want to get longer lashes, more cement in their ass. The dudes want their pants to sag lower. They want to get them a man, be able to not read and still be cool. Everybody want to be an influencer. Everybody wants the bar lower to make life easier so they can still be victims but feel like they're victors in their oppression. Somebody, when they talk about somebody got to go over the hill first and catch the arrows, it's always negative behavior. Have you ever heard any of these goddamn liberals talk about phenomenal things? Like, yo, you're the first one to turn oxygen into water. A black man did that. For those who saw the show and those who members the show still on the channel, the guy who has a machine that condenses air into water so you can be in the desert and have a clear glass of water. They don't say, goddamn it, man, black man is God. Then they still tell you ain't never built shit. They never celebrate positive shit. They only celebrate the most deleterious social breaking shit. They are communists. They are anarchists. And just because they're intelligent, just because they're articulate doesn't mean they're intelligent. Matter of fact, the worst girls are the ones that can speak the best. Because they dumb and they articulate, so you think they smart. But don't listen to them bitches because they got clothes on. It don't matter who she is, she got clothes on. I'm gonna let her run that back because I want you guys to understand how she's championed men wearing fingernail polish and all that shit. And they're going to discuss it a little bit more. And she's going to tell you how attracted black women are to emasculated men, to borderline gay men. That's why everything, I don't even know why they say you gay as an insult. All they like is gay men. That's why they like felons. They hoping the nigga got raped in jail. They not good people, bro. They not good fucking people, bro. But it is what it is. I'm going to let her play that back. I'll start that back.
What I'm saying.
In your ecosystem, that's what you call it.
My fault. I know we went past the break. My fault.
Just super quick. That is just like, that's the reality of some things. But like, from the beginning of time, a lot of things have been that way, and it always just takes that one person to break that barrier to see change. So if that is something that he truly cares about, if he's like, look, I can ball. If y'all really worried about me painting my nails, I'm going to paint my nails and continue to show you that I can still ball. And if he is that one to do that, he breaks that, because things have been systematic like that since the beginning of time. Whether we're talking about, people's sexual orientation, whether we're talking about race, whether we're talking about gender, like women couldn't do stuff, black people couldn't do stuff. Like there's so many different boxes. And I know it's just sounds simple.
Yeah,
Like,
that this
no, no,
ain't
no.
this
I'm just saying.
this
I know
ain't
it sounds
black and
no, but I'm saying I
don't
know it's
put
simple
that
because we're just talking about
on
painting
that
nails.
level.
But if that's something that he cares about, and he's like, "Look, I just want to do this," like even down to wearing certain colors, people felt some type of way about that and thought that that meant you liked this or you wanted to do that. I don't think it necessarily means that. I just think like I definitely like I'm not blind. I get where y'all are coming from, and sometimes you do have to just play that part to just be able to get where you want to go. I understand that aspect of it, but at the same time, I don't really think it's that deep right now. Now, if it's causing problems and if it hinders his
How
career,
do you
that's
stat?
different. But
How do you stat?
new generation,
How do you stat?
22.
That's why you don't think it's that serious. When
Yeah.
you go talk to Lil Pump and them, you'll see that it was that serious.
Lil
When
Pump is around my age.
That's exactly my point. So what he thought wasn't serious before, it became serious, like the Allen boys. You know what I'm saying?
I
It's
don't they're
stuff that
different, they're a different lane.
no,
I
I'm
definitely
saying
get where you're coming from though,
it's
but
stuff that you think is okay when you're younger, when as you're trying to. And shout out to both of those you know musical acts. It's just as that's why you need guidance because what Mo is basically saying is if that's what you want to do, you may be able to do that down the line, but first establish yourself before you try to make change. You like that's what Kaepernick did.
Yes.
Change is not made from the bottom. Pause. Change is made on the top. You got to reach the top to make change. Change from the bottom is revolution. They always get rid of revolution. When you give change from the top, pause, it's called solution. Hey, I came up with a solution. And then if you want to make change, young fellas out there, this is why you got to talk to people like me. Don't throw your life away trying to be the first. Reach the top, and then you can make that change and be the first. But don't throw your life trying to be the first. Back to you, Stat.
that was great. Not mad at that. And that's a good point. But I like that we all have different perspectives and all could share different aspects of what we think about it. I agree with both points. I definitely see where everybody's coming from, but I also gotta throw in, what my better sees too. So, okay, on that note, we are gonna go to break.
Even Stat is trying to keep it real. Like I gotta represent for my generation. Okay, cool. Let me get my thoughts together. Give me 12 seconds. I'm gonna be right back. I got a thought about that. I just. Dirty folks. Dirty folks. Dirty folks. No soul. No soul. Support the brand. And that just made me think about what I wanted to say. Okay, so cool. Dirty Folks is the brand ambassador for No Soul. There's no doubt about that. Right? Dirty Folks is the hood version that white people feel comfortable with. I don't expect black people to support. I expect men to support men. You may be Tony or swarthy, but you're a man. We make men products for men problems, right? Fucking football soap to kill athlete's foot and jock itch. We got smoke soap coming out for firemen and chefs so you can get off the grease and the smoke smell. Like everything we do is for men. Because as a man I understand men's problems. But Dirty Folks is just a brand ambassador. No different than any other brand ambassador, right? No different than Flo for Progressive. She don't wear no apron all day, every day. You dress for the job you want, right? And you identify by the branding because it has to be bigger than you. right? When you're in a corporate setting, you have to work as such. I want to show you guys a video. I just thought about it just now. Let me find it. About 8 years ago, when I still thought, I still thought I was black. I was getting out of it, but I was still holding on. The same way you guys are. Y'all will get there. Y'all will get to the tribal thing where you wanted people to be better, and you wanted your people to be better before you didn't realize they're not your people. Like all your women belong to the Semites, and all these dudes ain't your dudes. Because if they not tribe with you, they not your dudes. Anybody who be like, I ain't gotta follow no man. I'm my own man. It's just me and my cool. No disrespect. Do your thing, but that's not your dude. A lot of your family ain't your dude. A lot of your childhood friends ain't your dude. You realize that when you get situational awareness, right? Sidebar. Many quest sidebar. My homeboy just left my crib actually. My homeboy popped up on me when I was on my way to the store. As we getting out the car, he had 7 gunshots. But they about 2 blocks. It's about a block and a half, 2 blocks away. You can hear them though. They loud, but they not like right next to you loud. I bust a left. You know what I'm saying? We hopping out the car. I bust a left toward the store. He goes in the middle of the street, start looking up the street like he looking for a bus. I'm like, bro, you ain't got no situational awareness. You have no survival skills. What type of man doesn't have survival skills? That's what white people do. Run to the gunshots. Like, oh, what's going on? Like, that's not what we do, bro. You move around because niggas don't want witnesses, bro. Situational awareness, knowing where you are, dressing for the job you want in the place that you are. When I'm in the hood, GD folks. When I'm at events, dirty folks. When I'm corporate, I'm corporate. When I gotta go do a book signing or go talk to a politician or go represent a different logo besides the soap, I gotta wear a suit because I understand where we going, and people will react to you differently based on how you do things. I'm cool with y'all thinking I'm dumb. I am super cool with that, right? I dumb down for y'all a lot already. I'm cool with that because it's better for a motherfucker to play dumb and be smart than it is for a dumb nigga to act smart. A dumb nigga that acts smart is dangerous because all they know is the hook to the song. They got a couple cool one-liners, and you think they smart because they remember some mantra that they got from somewhere else, some meme, and they sound smart. And they ask them a follow-up question, they don't know shit. It's a smart nigga can play dumb. Dumb niggas only can act smart. Hey, we got Poppy in the house. What up, Poppy? I'm gonna give y'all a throwback because I want y'all to understand that at different times everybody has to wear different hats. Speaking of hats, I'm about to play this and I'm gonna go get my hat. I just thought about that. I ain't got no hat because I wasn't gonna be on camera. I wasn't. So now I gotta go get my hat because life ain't gonna be right. I can't be in front of y'all people without no hat. And you know I got a hat to match every outfit, so you know I'm gonna come back with a gray hat. So let's check this out while I go find my hat. Maybe y'all will learn something. Anybody can buy a house. This is one of the things I never understood about real estate, though. Work with me. Once again, we're going through misconceptions. You have a house. You refinance your house because you want an investment property, right? So now you have, unless you buy a distressed property and you have enough money to rehab it yourself, that means you have to go out and try to get a loan to fix the house that you just bought, that you probably have, you know what I'm saying, that you got cash, or you have to pay a mortgage on the investment property. So now you have your house, you have this investment house, and then people say, okay, I'm going to take this investment house and I'm going to rent it out and I'm going to make money. Now, if you had enough money to do that, the likeliness of you finding somebody that had the amount of money and credit that you had that will rent from you, it's slim to none. Why would they? There's no incentive. So you're stuck with high risk renters. And when I say high risk, I don't mean that they're bad. I mean that you're looking at students. You know what I'm saying? Like when I went to college, I didn't want to live on a dorm. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to live on campus. So, I may rent there, but it's high risk because I may only be here this semester. You don't know if I'm going to drop out, if I'm going to take the whole year lease. And you don't know if I'm going to stay, especially don't know if I'm going to stay there 3 or 4 years for my whole college experience. So you're looking at people that's starting off in life, got their first job. You're looking at college students, and you're looking at government programs like Section 8. So you go through all the things, and you say, okay, Section 8 pays the most because you're in it for the money, right? So you say, okay, this place costs me $700 a month in escrow. I want to double my money. Students ain't have no money. You know what I'm saying? So let's go Section 8. So you have a 3-bedroom. Section 8 gives you $1,550 a month. So you say, okay, I put 7 in. They're going to be $1,550. I'm doubling my money. Except the Section 8 has all these stipulations. You have to pay your own gas or the gas for the property. Gas for a house is at least $150 in the summer, $300-400 in the winter. So you go on a payment plan for $225 a month, but that's still added to that $700. So you at $925 now. They pay their own lights. Okay, that's cool. But you still have to pay the water bill. You still have to pay the
owner pays the water.
the owner pays the water. The owner pays everything except electricity.
I didn't know that.
The only thing that Section 8 is responsible for is electric bill. That's the only bill. So you end up with all these household finances. So you at about $1,050. But they give you $1,550. Okay. So you're gonna net $500. Except for the fact that for people that have no money, they so needy. So now they call you for everything, man. The light went out. You know what I'm saying? Something wrong with this such and such. There's a leaky faucet. My grass needs to be cut. And at some point, you feel like you're working for them. Like your money not working for you. You working for them. You're a landlord now. They have a lot of guidelines.
You have to adhere to that, or they won't pay.
Or they won't pay you. So now you're a landlord, and you can't even be a slumlord. You don't even have that.
No, that's why they don't want. Some lords don't ever want Section 8.
Some lords don't want Section 8. So you have to be a good landlord, and you don't want to be a landlord because you just want to have an investment property and get passive income. So after that, because they're gonna nickel and dime you for another $150, $200 a month, I guarantee. So now you knock down your monthly profit to $300 a month. For 12 months, you made $3,600 for 12 months and a bunch of headaches. And then they say, well, you know what? We don't like the neighborhood. We tired of the house. We want to move out. So you took your $3,600. They move out. You go back to your property to inspect it. You got $6,000 worth of damage. You took a loss on what you thought was an investment. But these are the things that they tell you to do. All I'm doing is I'm knocking down misconceptions. Yo, I had to find my hat and my phone. Yo, shout out to Mineral Mitch for the $5 super chat. Gratitude, sir. I appreciate you. Back in the former life, we had an investment club, and I was a mortgage broker for 8 years and a property management for 4. So we knew all the pitfalls of real estate. We wanted to show people, and we still gonna do it. I'm just not tribing. I don't give a fuck about black people now, but tribally, we're still gonna do this. We're gonna set up a RIT, which is a real estate investment trust. Wait, I gotta take my hat off. This ain't game. Well, no, I'm gonna keep the hat on because 30 folks still 30 folks. But we're just gonna do a real estate investment trust, and with the real estate investment trust, set up our own housing agency, right? And it's an absolutely doable situation. The problem is when people think you black, they only listen to black women and white men. So no matter how qualified a black man is, if you're seen as black, blacks won't fuck with you. It is what it is, right?
Hell no, to the no, yeah.
So I took the plane of white people and we got it popping. We working it out right now. Because white people don't care about color. Black people are fascinated with race. White people don't care about color. White people care about behavior. All that keep it real shit, you keep that shit where you from. You listen to your little Bootsy where you from. You recite all your Jay-Z lyrics where you from. The problem is, in this new black America, this new liberal black America, which is why GD, you know what I'm saying? This is why dirty folks is gonna go to the top of the soap industry, right? Because, people don't pay for intelligence when you black, they pay for toxicity. Fatty will always have 300 people in this chat because all he talk about is goofy shit, rivalries with other YouTubers. And I like Fatty. I'm just using him as an example. This ain't no shot at Fatty. Rivalries with other YouTubers, panels on relationships, a bunch of toxic shit. He'll always keep 300 people in the box, right? People don't want to hear that they have culpability in their life. They don't mind hearing black men ain't shit, black women ain't shit, get a pass, but they don't mind hearing about abstract shit, but they don't want to hear about this is what you can do to make your life better. Know how I know this? Because I can go on any video on YouTube about pure entertainment, whether it's basketball, comic books, music, it'd be 1 million viewers. When I told y'all I want to get diplomatic plates, there was actually a video about how to get diplomatic plates without being a diplomat. That video was 11 years old. It had less than 500 views. People don't want shit that make them better because they need to feel like a victim. They need to be a victim. There's no other way around it because without their victimhood, then they're left on their merits. And what are they really? A motherfucker with useless degree, some bullshit kids, fat as fuck, ugly, bad customer service, and king fried chicken. That's what they are. Even the dudes who think they good men, like I did everything right, semen retention. Who are they really? Anytime a nigga talk about a man, they need to become a high value man to get a girl. You know they have no personality, no traits, no skills, no friends. Ain't no nigga ever needed to be high value nothing to get a girl. Ain't no girl have to be having $4,000 Salvatore Ferragamo purses to get a guy. All that shit is shit that they talk about on social media streams just to keep arguments going. Ain't none of these motherfuckers like that in real life, and I know that because I be outside. High value folks is wild. High value folks sound like some shit at Dollar Tree, bro. I don't like that one. Normally you be killing it, but high value folks that sound I don't know about that one. So what they doing right now is they're paying black people for toxicity. They paying white people for doing goofy shit. You know what I mean? Like jumping off a mountain on a dirt bike or something. But they always look for black people for toxicity, and they brand toxicity, and they pay you for toxicity. This is why Stat Baby doesn't understand what's wrong with it, because her whole life has been people being paid for the worst behavior. That's her optics. That's not reality, but that's her optics, that people keep getting paid for lewd and crude behavior. What she doesn't understand, because she's a girl and girls don't have comprehension skills, is that the Semites are paying blacks to have lewd and crude behavior. You understand what I'm saying? The people who don't look like you is telling you what to do and paying you to have lewd and crude behavior, paying you to try to be the new Nene Leakes. The highest touring rappers are Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole. Drake up there too. Drake is up there too. But Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole tour all the time. Rakim, 30 years since he made the last charting hit, is still touring, making hella money. He stay on tour 50 weeks a year. Rakim. Because as a Muslim, he killing them in the Middle East. He's touring Japan, he touring the Middle every year. Killing them. but you don't hear him on the radio. The rest of the world will pay you to be a man. America pays you to be a minstrel. The more effeminate you can be, the more the black women like you, which means the most horrible you can be, because black women don't like good people. If they want a good person, they think white man. They don't like good black men. They'll date Brad in accounting, but they'll never date Jamal in accounting. Jamal in accounting, he's a square, he's acting white. Brad in accounting can't even dance and he can't dress, but Brad's are, look, they're not your people. They the Semites girls. Ain't no reason to talk to them about black love. They the Semites girls. And they pay you for bad behavior. We got freshers in class. All you young family came back. Shout out to you. Look, and I'm going to prove how easy it is to get paid for bad behavior. I'm not going to turn the volume on because they're playing Outcast, and I'm not going to get paid. This guy right here was walking up the street, and some little kids started roasting him. Right, I go down the street, little kids try to roast me. I don't get no love. I guess I don't film my life. They happen to be. He didn't film his life either. The young people filmed him, but they say he was all type of corny. I'm turning it up. I'm just turning the beginning up, but I'm gonna kill the volume when they start singing. But watch this. Hey, no, sir. He said, I ain't fresh. They said, not at all. You got to take your L. The video went viral. The man, because the kids said he couldn't dress, and those kids were so toxic that LRG gave him a clothing deal. So now, for the rest of his TikTok days, all he could wear is LRG. He is now a LRG puppet. Every TikTok he does, every Instagram video, he has to wear LRG because that's how sponsorships work. So now they got a walking billboard. And shout out to him. I'm not mad at him getting free clothes. Not at all. But now they have a walking billboard because somebody was like, yo, they were being toxic. They reward the colors for toxicity. They reward everybody else for excellence. Right? That's crazy. He got a poster that say ain't I fresh. That is hilarious, nigga. He got the Ain't I Fresh campaign. Shout out to him, bro. Shout out to him, man. Shout out to him. In no way am I hating. I'm proud for the man. Because he had nothing. Apparently he wasn't fresh. And now he fresh to death, baby. I didn't think it was nothing wrong with what he had on in the first place. A polo shirt, some jeans with a crease in it. Don't crease your jeans. Apparently that's out of style. Don't crease your jeans. But jeans with a crease in it, a pair of New Balance. He old enough to wear New Balance. He ain't got to wear Jordans. He's New Balance are comfortable. They comfortable as shit. They not as comfortable to me as Deodoras, but they comfortable. I mean, not Deodora, Asics. I step through on some Asics, nigga. Don't give a fuck. But shorties did me like that. Call me going through. I should go grab. Shorty saw me coming through. The 79th Street Fair or something, and I was wearing all yellow. And shorties was trying to roast my shoes. It was like, oh, them, but my felines was too dope. They was too fresh to death. They couldn't stop the swag. They were like, oh, he wearing felines. He went, oh, them kind of fresh. I'm like, yo, shorty, I got swag. But they was trying to roast. That's what little kids do. Little kids see dudes old enough to be their father. If you really want to be honest with you, you're 17 years old, you 35, you old enough to be their father. And they want to roast, act like your swag ain't swagalicious, but all the clothes they wearing is the shit that you went to high school in. The Jordans, same shit. You know what I'm saying? The same jumpsuits, same everything. They wear their pants a little bit tighter than we did, but it's the same brand of pants. You know what I'm saying? So it's weird. It's a weird roast. It's not like when Gen X was roasting the baby boomers because the baby boomers had paisley shirts and beads and you know what I'm saying. It's the same swag, the same style. It's crazy. When you look at black culture, when you look at what's rewarded, right? When it comes to record sales, no matter how much you like that toxic music, no matter how much you like DMX, I like DMX. I liked Tupac at that time. You know what I'm saying? At that time, I was a young teen. Tupac was that nigga. I like I like King Vaughn. I thought King Vaughn was talented as shit. I didn't mind the drill music. I felt bad because I know they drill music was real music. They was really getting it in on 63rd Street. But just if they kept it on wax, I liked King Vaughn. But we not buying it. We know all the songs. We don't buy the songs. When they had concerts, we not really at the concerts. Now once the concert tickets become a real ticket, once they can sell more than 500 seats in a small theater, you know what I mean? In a small club venue, once they start going on real tours, it's a bunch of white girls. Bunch of white girls going to see rappers. It's a bunch of white boys buying the albums. I'm hanging out with white boys in Chicago. Well, hanging out is deep. I was at a event at Grant Park. So, you know, everybody from the city come to Grant Park for the event. And white boys is in that motherfucker drunk singing, it ain't no fun if the homies can't have. No, it wasn't. They were singing, bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks. Lick on the nuts. Yo, he was so into it. We started being his little background singers. We, you know, motherfuckers dancing. Like, we had a ball. White boy was going in. I wish Conto was here. He was there. Like, bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks. He was into it like it came from the soul. That's who buys the music. We digest the toxicity, right? They purchase it as a small part of their collection, right? When they're in a toxic mood, they'll play that. When they in a my girlfriend slept with my best friend and stole my dog, they listen to country western. When they in a business setting, they listen to classical music. They have a Most people have a huge plethora of different influences that create a mood. N- Liberal blacks just got toxic, and they're rewarded for toxic. And girls are rewarded the most for being toxic, so they think toxic is just cool. Then they want their men to be toxic because if you're not toxic, you're boring, right? And then when they're done being toxic and they ready to do something different, then all of a sudden they don't even want to fuck with black guys because they see black guys as toxic. But they only were attracted to the black guys who were toxic. So black becomes toxic to a point that everybody rebrands their toxicity as black. Karen is a new black, or Karen is a new N word. Y'all seen that, right? Karen is a new N word because you know they don't say nigga, so they call it N word. Gay is a new black. Every time we have a some type of protest, it's over a felon. It's never over an innocent boy. We may cry about Trayvon Martin, but ain't nobody burn the city. When they riot, and think about this, the people who move the movements are all black women. We passed the days of Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton showing up for shit. Now it's all black women, and when black women move for the quote unquote blacks, it's always over a felon. From line I'm flying. You will see a quick Facebook post of a 12-year-old kid who got a scholarship to college or got a 36 on the ACT. That should have Nobody sets up a GoFundMe for that boy that got a 36 on his ACT. Nobody sets up a GoFundMe for a 12-year-old who made an invention that got him a scholarship to Harvard. They don't send him gifts of frankincense and myrrh. They're like, oh, good for him. Who the fuck do they celebrate? The most horrible people. GoFundMe is littered with bitches that pay $400 for hair but didn't have $10 a month for life insurance. Littered with it. Please help me bury my son. You didn't have $10 a month for term life. Really? The most irresponsible people. That is black culture. That's not black culture. That is nigger culture. That is liberal black culture. That is liberal culture. Most men by nature are conservative. Men conserve shit. Men save shit. The type of men who don't save shit, the men that save shit don't deal with them niggas. We all know them niggas. We got cousins. We got, friends who we know ain't never gonna make it because they have bad habits. And we gotta leave them where they at. We gotta start leaving motherfuckers where they at. Men are tribal, but black men have a horrible track record of vetting. They don't vet their tribe. They don't vet their girls. They just hope because we black, it'll work out. And because she a girl and she slept with me, she'll be better. The bitch couldn't cook chicken before she fucked you. She can't fry chicken after she fucked you. She didn't know how to clean her crib before she fucked you. She didn't know how to clean her crib after she fucked you. She got a useless ass degree in some bullshit like sociology or fucking CNA nursing or some dumb shit. And got that man think she on top of the world because she can pay a light bill and she don't need no man. She felt like that before she fucked you. She felt like that after she fucked you. She was been ain't shit with clothes on the whole time. But you think your dick is gonna change the game. The dick only change the game when you're poor. Black women are for poor men. The Jody thing is a real thing. A girl will let you drop her off at work and live in her crib if you dick her right. That's absolutely true. It's a poor man's sport. You can't have money and be with a black woman. You can't be striving to be greater and be with a black woman. That's not how life works. Because she won't stop until you back at Jody. I'm gonna open up the panel, man. I'm gonna open up the panel because I ain't got shit to do. Support the channel.
Dirty Folks needs your support. Please donate to the Daycare Fund.
Do you have some change?
That's crazy. That's crazy. I'm over the panel. Hold on, man. Let me take a quick break while I find this. Toddler tales are crazy stories that could only happen to me. Each tale is endorsed by Toddlerology. Marry Your Secretary courses. In a world where toddlers are only loyal to her employer, learn the skills needed to train your toddler to work at your relationship like she works at her job. There's courses for every level of your relationship status, including polygamy. Need support? Join scheduled study groups with other Toddlerology members. Click the link below. And now, back to today's story. That remind me, y'all suck, man. We gotta rebrand and marry your secretary. We need to catch your name before we drop the media thing. But man, make sure y'all take y'all shit, man, because we need to change the name. But we this close to getting the Marry Your Secretary course accredited statewide. Well, at least in my state, but it don't matter. Just register for my state. So it'll be an accredited course, like a college elective. So when it becomes a college elective, you know I'm going up on the price, bro. You know I'm gonna make it $2,500 because I want that Pell Grant money, baby. Then I'm gonna charge all up the ass for materials, cause like the bookstore. So while it's still affordable, man, y'all better hop on the course, man. Um. Anyway, I'll show y'all one more thing real quick. This ain't it. By the way, man, if y'all want to see that, it was a whole there was a whole investment.
Anybody could buy a house. This is one of the things I never.
There's a whole investment seminar. Um, I put the link in the description if y'all really want to learn about real estate and real estate investment trust and how to set up investment clubs and all that. It's in the comments, but that ain't dirty folk shit. That's other man shit. That ain't dirty folk shit. So, show y'all something else real quick. Of course, what this mean? So I don't. I don't want you guys because I know I'll be sounding like the grumpy old man or whatever. That's not my intent. My whole thing is, man, as we get into the metaverse, right? As everything gets more digital and less people go outside and more people are communicating off their phone, you're going to get more and more. I don't want to say AI life. It kind of is AI life though. More people who you don't recognize if you saw them on the street. It's a lot of girls that I see on social media that I wouldn't recognize in the street. And that's gonna happen more and more. It's a girl, and what's so crazy is she came on social media and put so many filters on and so many like avatars and whatever rabbit ears and all that. I knew her name. I know her real name because I know her from real life. And I'm like, but we in a Facebook group together, and I'm like, is that her? So I go and click the picture. I'm like, I don't know her. Like, no, I don't know her. I don't recognize her. But I'm just going through her photos. I'm like, I don't recognize her though. Bam, a picture of her with her father. Rest in peace, Jeff. A picture with her with her dad, like R.I.P. Daddy. I know her dad. Her dad used to be a guitar player. Her dad used to be one of Conto's best friends, as a matter of fact. They might have said Conto twice in the same show. And I'm like, yo, that ain't her, bro. Like, I know her in real life. It ain't her. And the sad part is she prettier in real life than she is on social media. But I couldn't even recognize a girl that known for years. Couldn't even recognize on social media. You're getting to a element where people are becoming more and more make believe, right? Everybody playing a toddler game on social media, and we're getting away from the things that really matter. Because everybody problems are still their problems once they put their phone in their pocket. Your kid's still bad as hell, but you don't want to admit it. Motherfuckers still in whatever situation they in. Motherfuckers still ain't got no real life friends, which is why they online so much. I ain't even gonna say that's why they online. A lot of people never had real life friends and found friends online. I done seen that shit too. Like, oh, I ain't never had no friends. I'm like, nigga, you 30. Elementary school, high school, college, you ain't never made a real friend. You gotta come on here in one of these secret groups and bond with niggas just as dysfunctional as you are. I'm like, that's crazy. That's what I'm gonna show y'all, man. That's what I want to show y'all. Man, shout out to Vodka for the $10 cash out, man, for daycare fees. Gratitude, sir.
I'm gonna drop a dime quarter, a whole change purse, a Chuck E. Cheese token. I'm dropping all that shit. Don't give a fuck.
Happy, happy,
Happy joy, joy, happy, happy joy, joy, happy, happy joy, joy, happy, happy joy, joy, happy, happy joy, joy, joy.
Salute to you, Vodka, man. Appreciate you, bro. I want to show y'all this real quick. Cause this should be really happening in real life, bro. I'm gonna play it twice because I know the first time y'all gonna miss it. Cause the first time I heard it, I missed it. So I'm gonna play it twice, man. But this is crazy.
Beyonce's mama caught me on a Tinder date and she punched me in the face.
Strong. Strong. Fair play.
I let it slide.
I mean, you had no choice.
Facts. I didn't press charges because I didn't want to upset my fiance Marshall. That was my first mistake. She told Marshall.
That was your third mistake, more like.
She told Marshall I cheated, but I denied it. Marshall told his mama that we have to work it out for the sake of our son. Then his mama gave our son a DNA test behind my back. We found out that Marshall is not the father on paper. But after being his father for 3 years, I expected Marshall to be a better man and fight for our family. But no, Marshall's a little mama's boy. Marshall's a little mama's boy and he's moved back in with his mum. Marshall's mum is a manipulative beast, but I can't let her win. Marshall is the future husband I deserve, and I need help getting him to come back home to me. And I need help getting him to come back home to me and Marshall Jr.
And the mum is manipulative.
Yeah, the mum's a beast, apparently.
She's the manipulative
Yeah,
one.
oh, bro.
What the fuck?
Here's the thing, bro. I'm gonna play that again, man. I'm gonna play that again. Here's the thing, bro. We're living in a place and time where people can be unaccountable and want to be rewarded. They want the end result anyway, right? Think about that. You cheat on your fiance, get pregnant by a side dude, name the side dude baby after your fiance, cuss out his mama. Mama found out it ain't your baby. Then you turn around and blame the mama and blame him for not going through the marriage and taking care of a child that you had while you were cheating on your man. When the story comes on social media, though, it'll be niggas ain't shit. Niggas don't want to take care of their kid. Marshall Jr. wants you. You won't even step up and be with your son. That'll be the story. Because that's what social media breeds. Victimhood. Right? It don't hurt nobody. Because she not hurt. So if she not hurt, then ain't nobody hurt. Because women are narcissistic by nature. But liberals are narcissistic by nature. The only thing I can compare to a black woman is a boomer man. I have never seen anybody more entitled than boomer men. Never. But that's how I go, right? When I die, my kids gonna have to struggle. Like people in love with the struggle love. Black love is struggle love. Everybody got to struggle. The kid got to get their own. You know what I'm saying? Mama need a life too. And then, man, you forced to take care of somebody else's kid. She could do what she want. You got look, bro. It's a bad brand. It's a bad brand. But things are only as good as what you can enforce. But you can't enforce a crayon. You cannot. You can enforce a logo. You cannot enforce a crayon. Tribally, you can be like defamation suits. You can do a lot of stuff as a group. You know what I'm saying? Change your religion. Now you can go off of a religious designation. You can do all that shit. You can't do that as no Baptist, just hanging around in the hood, listening to girls with clothes on. You can't do that. But I'm drop the Bible in a minute. Anyway, I'm gonna play that one more time. So I want y'all to get the full impact of how I got it. Oh, I ain't the right screen.
Fiance's mama caught me on a Tinder date and she punched me in the face.
Strong. Strong. Fair play.
I let it slide.
I mean, you had no choice.
Facts. I didn't press charges because I didn't want to upset my fiance Marshall. That was my first mistake. She told Marshall.
That was your third mistake, more like.
She told Marshall I cheated, but I denied it. Marshall told his mama that we have to work it out for the sake of our son. Then his mama gave our son a DNA test behind my back. We found out that Marshall is not the father on paper. But after being his father for 3 years, I expected Marshall to be a better man and fight for our family. But no, Marshall's a little mama's boy. Marshall's a little mama's boy and he's moved back in with his mum. Marshall's mum is a manipulative beast, but I can't let her win. Marshall is the future husband I deserve, and I need help getting him to come back home to me. And I need help getting him to come back home to me and Marshall Jr.
And the mum is manipulative.
Yeah, the mum's a beast, apparently.
You know what's so crazy about that? And this is what I caught the second time. Marshall's mom caught her on a date on Tinder, like a Tinder date. But she got a fiance at home. Okay, cool. This is what I think about when girls like, we need prize and blah, 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 and men need, look. This ain't even about girls today. This is about liberals. To be liberal means just that, right? You're liberated to do whatever you want to do. You know what I'm saying? If I put on lipstick, you got to call me a woman. If I don't have on lipstick, I should still be like I am part of the LGBT community. This is how dumb liberals are. True story. I'm part of the LGBT community. They asked me what my social designation was. I told them I'm a binary lesbian. That's what I told them, bro. I told them I'm a binary lesbian. And they let me in. Do you guys know what a binary lesbian is? A strict lesbian, a butch lesbian? I'm like, yo, I'm butch. And they was like, all right, cool. A butch lesbian. It's just a man, nigga. Look, it don't matter. Because they dumb. They dumb people. With a false interpretation of life and no social awareness. They have no situational awareness. I look like the homie. Can I close it out? Lauren says, man, nowadays lots of these little girls are dumb, but look, you can solve this problem. You know what? I agree. I agree. Men's job is to solve problems. Women's job is to be a problem. I agree. I'm trying to convince these niggas of that, but they like, oh my God, what if I go to jail? He'll be home in 8 hours, nigga. No cash bail, nigga. You ain't even gonna be there long enough for dinner. Solve that problem. I agree with you. I totally agree. Here's the problem. Here's the problem with the colors. The problem is there is no problem. Men have problems. Women have issues. Problems have solutions. Issues have no solutions. It's all feelings. Issues are, this is what happened to me at work today, but I don't want you to solve it. I just want you to listen. That's an issue because there's no solution. You just want to vent. A problem is, this is happening. We need to create a course of action in order to stop this from happening. Black men are afraid of black women. 90% of the things they blame on white supremacy is really black women. But they would rather blame a boogeyman than blame their mama, their sister, and their girlfriend. And when they figure out that these women are a problem because they lightweight cowardly, instead of solving the problem, they'll get a passport. They don't love you enough.
Daddy, you spanked Mama.
You're darn tootin' I did.
That means you love her.
That's what I've been trying to tell her.
They don't love you enough. I love you though, baby. Whoopings, time out, take their allowance. Yeah, but that's not true. Motivational say the fear of black women keeps them below Mexicans. That's not true. But Mexicans are on the rise because everybody doesn't fear. Here's the thing: the fear of black women doesn't make them below Mexicans because you judge a tribe on the men. Because no woman is tribal. Not Mexican women, not black women, not white women. No women are tribal. Women are spoils of war. Win a war. Fashion war, culture war, uh, the war of the superior entertainer, physical war, financial war, win a war. Girls are spoils of war. They just fuck the winner. There are a lot of tawny and swarthy men who are winners, but normally they're winners because they abandon black women or they don't have a black woman. They're either single or they're in a interracial relationship. So they still count on the census, right? There are still um every black billionaire except for LeBron James. Every black billionaire has a non-black wife. There's a reason for that. Because you can't fight the world and come home and fight your girl and still have enough energy to fight the world. You're gonna have to pick a fight. Because some problem is going to be solved, and a woman is a problem that can never be solved because she don't know she a problem. She believes she's an issue, and it's all about feelings. You have to use overwhelming force in order to subjugate anything. And people don't, they're too afraid of black women to use overwhelming force. They give the reward but not the penalty. That's why girls don't understand what consequences are. They don't understand how it's horrible to be a single mother. They understand it to the point economically. That's why they always talk about stepdaddy season. But they don't even let stepdad be dad. They still want to hold the shots. They want that nigga to buy Christmas gifts but not discipline the child. They don't understand anything. They just fucking girls in adult-sized bodies. And men have allowed this for too long, for 70 years. 70 years of letting girls talk with clothes on. To the point that we don't have any walls on our borders. All your best and brightest are trying to lead a community. Not necessarily lead a country, but lead a community. They have entire movements like the anti-Keisha movement. They have Twitter feeds about, well, how do you feel about black women, and there was nothing positive. There was no black woman is queen. Black women are gorgeous. At least in the 1990s, early 2000s, black women were bad. They was fine as shit. Now they all obese. The ones that ain't obese, they prostitutes. Black men have done nothing. Well, I ain't gonna say they ain't done nothing. They've avoided black. I avoid, like, look, I don't even trust a man married to a black woman. I don't care what color the man is, white man, Mexican man, black man. If he married a black woman, I don't trust him. That's how bad it is. I could be around a girl who people would call black, but she won't call herself black. She be cool. She be like, I'm Seminole, I'm Cherokee, or you know what I'm saying? They'll be anything but black in order to garnish respect from a man, because they know black is a bad brand. The ones who accept black want to be part of a bad brand. They just want to be second worst. Let Trevor One do what she do, man. Trevor One is she a strong black Nubian queen. She can do what she want to do. Anyway, ain't nobody pull up, so I'ma pull out. Speaking of pulling out, don't pull out. Fuck all that semen retention shit, y'all. It's your baby or her baby. It's not our baby, nigga. Go out here, y'all too stressed out, man. Y'all trying so hard to be a good man to bad product. Y'all got that crazy, bro. Y'all good men to bad people. Quit doing that shit. Water seeks its own level. Quit doing that shit. Quit doing that shit. Cause y'all tribal. Girls not tribal. You want a black woman. You want black kids with a person who won't give a fuck. She don't give a fuck. Cause it's not gonna be your baby. It's gonna be her baby. You just have pretty eyes or curly hair. Or if you make a couple of dollars and you can help pay her lifestyle, that's the time that we on. And that's not all women, but that's all liberal women. And 98% of black women are liberal, so, there's that. But that's all liberal women. If you can find a conservative black woman, y'all talk about Candace Owens, but Candace Owens went white when she wanted to go conservative. She didn't find a conservative black man, so because women aren't tribal. But if you want to find a conservative, quote unquote, black woman because you like the color, go ahead. Every man got a fetish. I got fetishes. I like tall girls. I like climbing the mountain. I like giving girls golden showers. If I like a dark skinned girl, I want a girl so black she look purple, nigga. I want her to be nighttime. All you can see is her teeth and her eyeballs, nigga. If you gonna go black, go black. That's what white boys do. I'm black and black. If I'm gonna do it, she got to be purple. I got fetishes too, but it ain't nothing but a fetish. If your fetish is a crayon fetish, go for it. But find somebody conservative, which is gonna be really difficult because these girls is hopping off the boat from Africa. These slow faced African chicks who y'all calling black because y'all can't tell the difference of phenotype is on social media making niggas look bad because they came over here thinking that this is the land of milk and honey and everybody balling out of control. They gonna just get everything gonna pop and they realize it's just another place on the map and everybody still gotta work. And then this motherfucker talking bad about you, hitting their face with bricks. Got Joy Reid talking shit about the civil rights movement and goddamn it, Jim Crow and slavery. She went in here for that. She a first generation fucking immigrant. They out here fucking up your name, bro. All black girls do is fuck up the brand. That's their entire job is to fuck up the brand. And then be like, oh, the brand's so fucked up, I'm a victim. Give me some money. Man, I was gonna be out. I'm gonna post a link for you, but I was gonna be out. I think I closed it. Hold on, I gotta find the link. I'll be right back. I'm gonna hit y'all with.
Until it became hard between his fingertips, while his right hand eased her love lips. Nikki Mullins' finger darted across her slippery, which is when she felt her insides being split by the thickness, gasped for breath as water stroke after stroke. Her legs quaked and her muscles, oh shit, Dion, at the top of her lungs and swallowed his meat whole. Her hands grabbed his hips and she pushed and pulled, forcing him to thrust his pole back and forth against her twisting tongue as it gradually turned into more than she could swallow. She moved her hands to the shaft and
Crusader Publishing, where books come to life.
Man, I'm so happy we didn't have camera phones when I was young. All my side quests would have been a Fed case. I'm just thinking about that. Man, I'm trying to tell you, it's so much easier to be a gangbanger, man. These dumbass girls talking about they sapiosexuals, they drive me to drinking, bro. A bunch of dumb bitches. Talking about getting man, they like smart niggas. And then tell you 2 + 2 is 22 and you got to nod because we tell us 4.
Hey, can you hear me, Oak?
Hold on, man. We got Mineral Mitch in the house. Hold on.
I can't hear nothing.
I got you, Mineral Mitch. Hold on, man. I done did some bullshit. I done did some bullshit.
Is my mic off, or is the mic for me to hear it off, or?
Hold on, Mineral Mitch. Oh, man. My bad, Mineral Mitch. My bad, Mineral Mitch. You can pull back up. Pull back up, Mineral Mitch. I couldn't. Someone. It was my audio. It was my audio. So just OBS and streaming. I gotta holler at Angry Snowman so he can teach me how to plug the OBS to the StreamYard so I can be more efficient.
Oh, now I can hear you.
What's poppin', Mineral Mitch?
Oh, nothing too much, man. I was just enjoying the show. Wanted to hold you for a few more minutes just to hear some good game, but you know, you were talking about how a woman is a problem that can never be solved. I thought that was a pretty good point. You know, men are problem solvers, but women are the problem, perpetual toddlers. And
But
you know,
that's
then another one I thought was kind of funny. Yeah.
go ahead.
No. You go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, another one I found funny was non-obese ones are professionals. Just yeah, that one kind of seemed interesting. You know, back in the '90s, there was a variety of women, and they all had a lot of them had collarbones.
Yeah, they all had collarbone. No, you know what made them pros?
Well, not all of them had collar.
No, a lot of them had collarbone. I mean, but the fat girls knew they were fat. They knew their place. They weren't out here like Lizzo, like fat is beautiful. No, it's not beautiful. It's big. Big ain't beautiful. Only things people want big is
Oh, still with
bankrolls and
20
trucks.
guys in the inbox.
Bankrolls and Buicks. That's the only thing niggas want big. Um,
Bankrolls, Buicks, and booties. I thought, you know, the BBL just make that big booty already.
girls want big
Add a
booty.
few more pounds to it.
If you look back pre 2005, right? From you can start at Nelly tip
Way
drill.
back then.
You can start at Nelly's tip drill video and go backwards, right? Go look at what people thought was a
Yeah.
big butt. A big butt was a girl that was like a 32 in the waist or a 30 in the waist with a 34 or 36 butt. A girl that was 36.
A white woman nowadays.
Yeah, the new white woman.
The new white woman.
Now girls think they're supposed to be a 28 in the waist and a 52 in the butt. No, that don't even look right. Like you can't even hit it from the back. She's talking about his dick little. No, bitch, your ass big.
That's a bit from Curb Your Enthusiasm.
I ain't even.
Someone says like,
I ain't even hear.
you've got a. Well, yeah, but that's also like it's similar. It's not the same one, but it's just kind of funny how the same idea permeates. But anyway, one of the guys was like, the girlfriend was like, "Oh, you got a small dick," and he's like, "No, you've got a big pussy. Come on,
Hey,
how am I supposed to
hey, that happens, bro.
deal with this?"
That happens to the greats. That happens to the greats, bro.
I'm sure even Shaq. Even Shaq has come amongst like, "Wow,
No,
impressive."
I've seen some girls who play with toys, worked all her walls off by herself with batteries. The pretty girl thing is an ironic thing, right? There was a time in which, because here's the nature of men. The number two fear in life is, the number one fear in life is public speaking. Number two is death. People are more afraid to talk face to face than they are to die. That's crazy, right?
Yeah.
So
At least, but people are liars also. So that is probably like, they're actually more afraid of, a gun to their head once it gets to that point. Maybe they mean a soft death or whatever.
Right, but death is inevitable.
But I think people are lying when they say that.
No, I believe them. Because here's the thing: death is inevitable. I know that I will die, but I'm not preoccupied with death on a daily basis. But if I'm afraid to talk to people, I'm preoccupied with talking to people on a daily basis, right?
It's a daily death. Yeah, even if whatever the evaluation of whether people like believe that, because if you put a gun to people's head, they'll speak in public. They'll do a speech.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a day to be scared or afraid or timid or whatever kind of descriptor to be averse.
Yeah, you went in and out, but I got the gist. Here's what happened. So girls used to be so pretty that only a certain amount of people would talk to her, right? So women are only as faithful as her options and as loyal as her emotions, right? So if she's so pretty that she intimidates
As
people,
loyal as her what?
emotions. Only as faithful as her options and only as loyal as her emotions. So
yeah,
you have to be in a pretty girl would have to be in a situation where she didn't have many options, not because they weren't out there, but because people were afraid to seize the moment, right? what social media
Yeah.
did was social media allowed people who would be afraid of rejection face to face to be able to inbox somebody. Like, hey, gorgeous, how you doing, queen? Or whatever the fuck niggas say in the inbox. I don't say that shit. I just inbox girls like spit or swallow. Send me a pussy pic. But I'm sure other people aren't as crude, right? But they don't get as well a result either. But I digress, right? Why don't I go live vertically? I don't know. I tried it one day and my phone went sideways and I ended up horizontal anyway and I never tried again. That's all that was. But yeah, I should do verticals. You're right. I'm gonna start doing verticals when I go out here when I'm outside, like outside, like when I'm doing shit. I'm gonna start doing verticals and let y'all see some of my side quests. Cause me just going outside becomes a side quest. I don't start off like that. It just end up being a side quest. Like, I'd be like, hey, how you doing? They be like, hey, what's going
Chicago
on?
Conquest.
Yeah, man. You end up like, yo, would you?
E-comedy Chicago. E-comedy Chicago.
Man, yeah, exactly. Dave Chappelle was talking one day. He said, when you Dave Chappelle, you can't just go to Vegas and work the slots. They're like, hey, Dave, how you doing, man? I got a hot air balloon and a bunch of strippers, man. You want to come? Be like, yeah, I like hot air balloons. That's how much it be. But they don't be hot air balloons. It'd be like, yo, we got a bunch of hookers and cocaine. I'm like, yo, I don't do cocaine, bro. But I'll come. I'll come though. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'll watch you guys sniff. Like, it just end up being an adventure. You know what I'm saying? Because people are men are awesome, bro. Not the type of men that black women like. Avoid those men. Those are the ones that stick you up and shoot up the club parking lot. The reason I gotta
Oh,
leave.
those 4%.
Yeah, they the reason I gotta leave a party an hour early. Club close at 2. I gotta leave at 12:45 because I don't want to be there because the type of niggas that she like that want to shoot up the parking lot for her. So I gotta leave early because I'm talking about the other. I ain't gonna say 96% of men are good. It's a lot of ain't shit niggas out here. The other 60-70% of men are pretty awesome, right? And you end up having fun, man. You end up meeting somebody, and you don't even have to know a man's name, bro. To this day, man, I got invited to tailgate at Bears games by the the vice president of Pepsi Cola just because we was cracking jokes. And I was like, yo, give me Italian beef. And we was eating. He gave me a couple of Heinekens. I'm like, I don't even drink beer. He was like, take them anyway. I'm like, all right. And he was like, man, we was at a baseball game. He was like, man, we had so much fun. He was like, man, I'm a season ticket holder. Pepsi's a sponsor of the Chicago Bears. We ain't got to pay for shit. We going to tailgate for 2 hours and we going to go in the box seats. Man, you with me. You're my guy. I still don't know his name. Hung out with that nigga twice, though. That's great. Because men are awesome. Men are so awesome that women count on men's benevolence. Men are so awesome that women expect men. Now they have entitlement. It used to be they just expected men to pay bills or at least half the bills, pay for dates, shit like that. Now they feel entitled to it. They feel entitled to men's benevolence. That's crazy.
Yeah.
If you say anything against it, then you hate your mama and you're gay. Black man ain't shit. You get trouble one, right?
Who hurt you?
Who hurt you, right?
Which was probably a woman, though. Yeah, who hurt you? No, it was a woman. That's why I'm this callous. Oh, you must be gay.
I don't even know a good black woman. I know a lot of black women who act good. I'm not saying they bad people.
Not one. Come on, this sounds like a biblical story. Oh, if there's one good black woman in Chicago, the Lord will spare.
I didn't even think of that.
Just go find one good black woman,
Bro.
and the Lord will spare wrath upon hellfire.
Oh, we all gonna
upon
die.
Chicago, but apparently hellfire flies every fucking night in Chicago.
You know what's so crazy, bro? Well, that is biblical, by the way. In Ecclesiastic, he says, out of 1,000 men, one was righteous. Out of 1,000 women, I found none. And that was Solomon. He had hella hoes. But you know what's so crazy about that? I'll never forget this, bro. On the 4th of July, this is a few years back. On the 4th of July, I had a friend who was he was grilling for the 4th of July. I decided it's a nice day. I'm going to walk. I'm not going to drive 3 blocks. I'm going to walk. right? It's a nice day.
In Chicago.
I promise you. In the three blocks. In the 3 blocks that I walked, I saw
Three too many.
six fights, six fights, and one police call. 7 incidents in 3 blocks. All 7 incidents were black women. When I checked the news the next day, they had on the news, they was like, you know how they had shit like, especially when you're in a big city, it'd be like a headline news like no homicides today type of shit. Chicago had
Yeah.
12 shootings, no hits, no homicides on the 4th of July. 26 incidents, because I Googled it, because I was like, word? 26 reported incidents of fights, uh, 12 reports of shooting, but they could have been shooting in the air because it's the 4th of July. Or it could have been fireworks, because ain't nobody get hit, right? It just, it set off the,
Yeah.
we got the blue light cameras. It just set off the camera, whatever it was. So it's possible it wasn't even shots because it's the 4th of July, right? No murders.
Yeah.
I had never seen nothing like it. And all I saw all day were girls fighting. Girls fighting boys, girls fighting girls. I saw one group fight. It was like 5 girls and 3 boys. And they was all walking together cool. And they was ha ha he he. And then one of the girls just stole on another girl. Then 3 of them jumped in, started stomping them. So it's one girl getting stomped. 3 girls stomping her, and it's another girl. She just looking around. She trying to figure out if she gonna break the fight up or she gonna stomp her too. And the 3 boys was laughing, and they was young boys, and I was like, I called them over there. It was like 16, 17,
Damn.
and I called them over there. I said, hey yo guys, don't get in this shit. Don't break it up. Don't help. Don't get in this shit because all they gonna turn it around and say, man, it was you. It was like, man, big homie, we ain't gonna do nothing. We just gonna watch. I was like, yeah, bro, you don't want to make no gangster shit because you was trying to break up a fight by girls. The whole day, all I saw was girl on girl violence, bro. Except for the police, which was a dude kicking a girl out his house because she just popped up at his people crib on 4th of July and he didn't want her there. And he called the police to get her uh, escorted off the property. And she was kicking the door in and trying to bust windows and shit because, black girl magic, And the other one was I was damn near home on my way back and saw my neighbor, goddamn it, man, throwing his girlfriend off the porch while she cussing. He's like, bitch, go on, nigga. You disrespect me in front of my family, nigga. Whole day of wild. So when people tell me, man, who's more violent, black men or black women, I'm like, black women, easily. Easily. Most black men, violence is over black women. Black women count on black men to protect her feelings. So, yeah. Independent of that, bro, men are awesome, bro. You remove black women from a situation, bro, the picnic never gets shut down, bro. You party all night. It's crazy shit, and that's a testament. And I'm gonna give Lauren credit. That's a testament to men fighting over girls instead of disciplining the girls, so they know how to act in public. Blacks encourage poor behavior in their women, and their women encourage poor behavior in impressionable men. That's why black
Choose
is
the
bad.
impressionable men, the impressionable, least like conflict resolution type men.
That's crazy. Or her husband got locked up. I hope he ain't get locked up with you. I hope he got locked up for some shit he did. Shout out to all the niggas in jail. Send that nigga some money. He needs some shower shoes. Don't want him catching foot fungus. He needs some shower shoes. He needs some noodles, some honey buns, so he can gamble. So you don't have to send him no more money. I hope he know how to play spades too. Cause if he gamble, he can come up. Nigga, that's all doing that is gamble. Ain't shit else to do. On the bright side, he not cheating on you, Lauren. Hopefully, he not cheating on you. I've seen some strange things in county jail, but hopefully he not cheating on you. I'm gonna say 95%.
That's crazy though, with your story about just walking down the block and seeing all that violence. And I saw this other thing that was talking about like taking away like elephants, male elephants, from like a tribe or whatever, and then it showed like more unprovoked incidents with like other animals. It showed like a more violent like disposition, and Even I was like thinking about the other day about orcas, how orcas are like the most violent like mammal there is. And sometimes they just kill for fun. I don't think they're even hungry. They just like to kill, but they're like a matriarchal society.
That's a thing. I've seen that a lot of places. There's a lot of things that get
It's
blamed
all
on.
it's also the confusion that they have for being both black and white. I think it's the mulatto effect.
Right. That mean they
They're
mama
like,
black.
well, black
They,
if black and white should just come together like
yeah,
me, we'd be better.
if they
We
homicidal,
is
then
our own worst enemy.
if they homicidal, their mama was black. If they suicidal orcas, their mama was white. It works. It works.
And if the mama white, the daddy black, he might go to the NBA. If not,
An NBA orca would be
good
wild.
luck.
Oh, NBA
Oh,
orca.
NBA orca.
That's wild.
I just feel like
That would be Flipper. Flipper would be the NBA version of. No, it wouldn't. What was
he'd have to be gay to skirt the rules though. It'd have to be like a
No,
gay.
what was his name? What was the name of that whale that was
Shamu.
Yeah, Shamu. Didn't Shamu escape?
Pico.
Didn't he hop the gate and escape?
Oh, only in the Michael Jackson commercial or
Oh, okay. All right. That didn't really happen.
music video.
Yeah, he'd be Shamu. That's if he make it to the league, he'd be Shamu.
Tillicum's the ones that wasn't trying to coon for nobody. Shamu's the coon.
Shout out to the coon. You know what? I think coons get a bad rep. I think we should
Sounds
all
like something a coon would.
Yeah, I think we should all be so lucky to be to coon, right?
Blessed are ye that coon.
Blessed are you that coons. Here's the thing, right? I'm gonna give you a real. This is real brass tacks, right? If you study every culture, every that doesn't coon, they don't know how to count. There's no reason for Africa to be poor. They have some of the most intelligent people in the world, and they have all the natural resources. They also have a lot of sanctions, but you can get around the sanctions because they invent shit. The reason that they are not successful is because their leaders are black, right? Not be when I say that, I mean that literally. It's not like, okay, I'm Senegalese and I'm doing what's best for Senegal or Ghana or Nigeria. God bless Nigeria, them shady motherfuckers. Or South Africa. It's not like I'm a tribalist, I'm a nationalist. I'm black. So the only thing to being black is you're not white. There is no other designation to that except you're not white. And white people are not the best at anything for them to be an aspiration of. Right? They cool people, but they middle of the pack, right? The Asians have more education, the Arabs have more money. Like whites just have
the Mitch Richmond of like races, or the Sean Marion.
I'm gonna go with the Tom Chambers. No, what was my man name? The only on the '92 Olympic team, the Chris Mullins, of
Chris Mullins.
Yeah, they the Chris Mullins. They work really hard, but they don't have the natural talent. It's not really anything to aspire to. When you look at quote unquote coons, they normally live what niggas call a soft life now. You know what I'm saying? When you think about to be a coon, all you have to do is be able to read above a 6th grade level, not have a felony. Now you're
possibly have a father that was involved.
Oh my gosh, you have a father. You're super coon, right? And there's a lot of, which goes back to situational awareness, right? I just ran into my boy the other day, my boy Glenn. Glenn does he does the art show at Navy Pier annually. Like Glenn is like one of those, like when they say people you should know type of people.
Yeah.
Glenn is like at the bottom of that list, but he's on that list, right? Me and Glenn.
Yeah. C or D level celebrity or whatever.
I don't know
All
about
the celebrities.
not even celebrity. No, because he a coon, right? So not celebrity.
Oh wow, he can't be a celebrity because he probably had a father for some time.
He did have a father, Glenn Senior.
Yeah, of course. So he is cooning. Yeah, fatherhood's cooning.
Right, and we all grew up. I remember he played. He had the AMG. Bitch better have my money album before anybody. We used to be in his crib. Listen, bitch better have my, like that was my man's, right? And we still cool, but I don't talk to him. And we were in a situation in which I'm watching his growth, and I'm like, everything about him is cool. Like, I know him. I know how he worked after school jobs and so dope since high school. Stacked his money up. You know what I'm saying? Went and got a degree in engineering. Got a job while he was still parking cars at a hotel at one of them five-star hotels. He was valet parker. He going to school in the morning, parking cars at night. I know his story. But through all the work that he did, people see his success now, and he's surrounded by a bunch of white boys, and they say, "Yo, he's a coon." And I'm like,
Yeah, definitely a coon. No, worked hard, put in time, had a father. No, I mean, like, you're just checking all the boxes for like, that's what a, that's what the, yeah, that's it's evil to have a father, to work hard, to, you know, save money and not spend too much over your toddler budget. That's cooning.
face, you know, that's hilarious. I damn near co-sign that though, face facts. I'm not even gonna lie to you. If black women are being nice, she's trying to figure out how to extort you. You know how
What if she Nigerian though? What if she Nigerian?
all she gotta do is breathe in. If she Nigerian, he or she, if they Nigerian, all they gotta do is breathe.
Oh, inhale or exhale, just suspect them.
Somebody snitched on them. I Laverne, I respect that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you know you got that back light that you ain't get. That happened to me. Didn't have a back tail light and then got pulled over on some bullshit. And they say, you know, I'm getting extradited from Iowa. Shit happens. Man, hopefully he alright. Um, but yeah, so my man here cool now, but low key he was one of the guys. We was on the same count, right? We was going to the same meetings, like, and that's a lot of us, right? Like I went on to publish books and do you know real estate and all types of like everything that we do in our professional lives. People will say cool, like we not from them same blocks, but you have to leave. You know, as a child, you play with childish things, right? Then you have to leave that shit. You take the lessons with you, right? The situational awareness, you know, the feeling of heat around the corner, you know, the ability to know that the cuter she is, the more likely it is that her brother will hop out the closet to rob you, unless you let her know immediately that you fuck with your pistol under the pillow on some Harlem Night shit. But you have to
Yeah,
be in that situation, right? You can't go in thinking the best will happen. You have to hope for the best, but plan for the worst. And you got to think 5 steps ahead. Like, what's my alternate plan? You have to be taught things like never come back the way you left, right? So if you leave going northwest, you better come back going southeast somehow. Somehow you need to swerve it. You started on Main Street, you better come back up Jackson Street, like so people can't check your moves. Like there's certain lessons that you learn that benefit you to be successful, but then once you become successful, now you're a coon. Now you're no longer black. And what makes you no longer black is because black women like bad men. Because if they like
wow.
good men, then they will say that's the example that we want. That's the type of man that we want to raise our kids. That is not.
And people only have certain timelines, like whether it be like in the streets or on like athletics. People only have certain timelines, and then when you use those same skills outside of that minstrel art, then it's considered cooning once you're at a different age group and market.
And you know what's so funny about what Face Facts is? You being nice and she trying to figure out something. I had a um I had a friend of mine stop by just a couple years back. I had a friend of mine come to talk to me about investing in we are talking about Forex at the time, right? Forex folks, right?
Yeah.
We are talking about Forex at the time. And we just standing outside. We lean I'm leaning on his van. He had a nice little conversion van. I'm leaning on his van. We just talking. He on his way out the door. And this girl comes from nowhere and I swear to God, her voice was so sweet. She's like, "Excuse me, pardon me, gentlemen." Like she had manners and everything. But I know this bitch, right? I know, like her crib is the crib that's always some domestic violence going on, and it's always her. You hear some motherfucker like, "Girl, put that shit down." You hear her screaming, throwing shit. Then you see her husband running out the door and shit. Next thing you know, he just outside. Like I think that's why he started selling loose cigarettes. He had a whole job. He just got a side hustle selling loose cigarettes because he was like, man, I just need a reason to sit in my car. I might as well make a couple of dollars while sitting in my car because I don't want to go in the house. So I'm gonna kill her. She was a hellraiser. This particular day, she needed a jump. Her battery was dead. Man, as sweet as she was, and I'm telling my boy, I'm like, don't get that bitch no jump. He was like, oh man, she a woman, bro. She seemed nice, and I'm like, bro, she's not nice, bro. That was the story I thought about when Facebacks posted that. Like, if she being nice, she wants something. I'm like, yeah, yeah. I mean, it's to the point that when black women are nice to me, I remember it. I shouldn't remember nice, right? Like I remember I came on the show and told y'all one day, like I went to Burlington Coat Factory and the customer service was so excellent. I was so shocked that I signed up for their rewards program. She was like, would you like to sign up? I'm like, you know what, you've been so nice, I sure will. I hope you get a commission. It's so rare.
I went to a Japanese restaurant, and this gorgeous, like biracial or mulatto or light skinned girl like greeted me, and she was just so enthusiastic. Such great tone. You know, uh, uh, Told me have a great day, all that stuff. I don't know if she was acting. She probably was, but it was just perfect. It was like you said, memorable. Like that's something in recent memory of like black woman having like awesome customer service.
Man, which
But
remind me,
but I think it was like due to the environment and due to the logo. It was a Japanese restaurant that has this kind of expectation. If she applied there, she respected the logo because she knows those people are willing to kill for the logo.
man, y'all support Mitch keeping me on this stream, man. Support the show.
Hey, baby. How much do you need?
Not much. Just enough for a new wig and a BBL.
Can dirty folks get some cash apps too, please kind sir?
Anyway, yeah, bro, it be like that. Um, but it's a liberal problem though. And as much as the source may be matriarchy because there's way too many women that have control of young boys before puberty, it still becomes a liberal problem because black men still support it. They kill for it. They don't kill it. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And I'm not saying kill women. I'm saying kill the solve the problem, right?
behavior.
They will fight for her feelings but won't solve the problem. I am watching
Because they don't know how to train their
because they
toddler.
don't know how to train a toddler.
They don't know how to marry the secretary. Maybe they just need a better catchphrase, something, a better hook for the whole song that you got.
Yeah, I believe so. I think and that's true. I'm watching older people in my family. I don't really have access to other people, old people, but I'm looking at the older men in my family who've probably made millions of dollars in net money over their lifetime, over 40 years of work that
Yeah,
that are living on SSI. And I'm like, yo, I remember when you was just tricking money on random women while you was defending random women. When random women was taking shit
because
from
it's
you, you were
not
like,
trick. It's not tricking if you got it.
okay,
Shit.
all
That's
right.
what. That's a little Wayne elations.
There is a behavior pattern of older men that modern women want, and that's the behavior pattern of I'll give you my money, you ain't even got to sleep with me. A lot of these old people slept in separate bedrooms and everything. Like I give you my money, you ain't got to sleep with me. You know what I'm saying? You ain't even got to be nice to me. Like old women are not nice. And when I think back, sweethearts, they like good hearts, not nice people. Good hearts, good-hearted people will feed you like baby, we want a meal. Then they'll cuss you out at the same time, but they feeding you, so you still got to be like, "Thank you, ma'am." You know, girls don't even teach their kids manners anymore.
No, because they're too busy being the daddy. They got to be the daddy. They got to be the mama. They got to be the uncle and the auntie. Got to
So
be the grandma sometimes, unless grandma's busy.
yeah, so you're looking at a situation where women are still looking for men who let her run the house and they pay her to do so, and guys are like, "Yo, I want something." They don't know what though. That's why they need to take the marry your secretary course. But they know it naturally doesn't feel right. like in their gut, they like, yo, this is not what it's supposed to be, but they don't know what it's supposed to be.
It's in their gut and it's in their pocket too at this point for a lot of different
It
people.
ain't even in your
Just like,
pocket.
what am I getting out of this?
You said what?
It's in their gut and it's in their pocket about like, what am I getting out of this? You know, that pocket, that wallet starts talking to you like.
But is it really though?
Like Mike D'Antoni starts. You start hearing the voice. You're like, what should I do, Pocket? The Pocket's like, I don't know. Shit, you got this much budgeted. How much is your pussy budget? Shit, what are you gonna do? Shit.
But is it really though? Like, let's be honest though. Like, is it really in a wallet? Because most of these guys are not dating, and the reason they can't date is because they love the idea of women, right? They can't say they love a woman because they don't have a woman, so they love the idea of what a woman could be in their imagination, right? And
Yeah, the Disney narrative of it.
what that even natural law, just natural law woman. Disney's a whole
natural
different.
law woman. Yeah, she complains and she fucks. Whatever.
Yeah, but she got a good heart, right? Natural law woman got a good heart. So
yeah, good. She feeds and fucks. And,
right. But she needs to be trained, right? Because I don't care how good you are. If you get a job and you don't know how to do your job, you have to go through training or you lose the job. So it's not even that they bad people.
And in every job, there's penalties if you don't act according to the training that you were taught.
Right. Write-ups, suspensions, docks, all type of shit. Firing, all that.
Timeouts, take their allowance. Yeah.
Right. So you're in a situation where men aren't training their toddlers. Men are expecting her to come. And I've heard guys say, man, she got to come already trained. I'm like, even if she did, is she trained for you? Even if I know how to play basketball and I made it on the Chicago Bulls, if I get traded to the New York Knicks, wouldn't the new coach have to teach me the new system?
Not if it's D'Antoni. What are you talking about? You think he knows better than you? What are you talking about? Come on now.
Yeah.
You're an all-star, Oak. Don't be asking these questions.
Yeah, not well. Other than that, Tony, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, with the Bulls, you got to know the triangle offense and like how Zen philosophy and like how to do the sage right when Jackson's talking with D'Antoni. You just got to know how to sprint, to your 3-point shot.
You know what Chris says that non-black men usually get good customer service from black women. Here's the thing about that, bro. It's a
medium.
Here, no, it's not that. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. So there's an idea out here that black people don't tip, right? But that's not true. Black people do tip. They tip based on service, right? But since there's an idea already that black people don't tip, black women don't tip. Women in general don't tip. White women tip, but no other ethnic group besides white women really tip. Women don't tip. So you have this, once again, that's your women running your crayon. So you need to switch crayon. You need to switch logos. It's a bad brand. But the preconceived notion is they're not gonna tip me anyway. And then they give you poor customer service so you don't want to tip. But if you got great customer service, you would tip. Because your reward, it's a gratuity. A gratuity is based on service. It's not based, it's an additional fee. You understand what I'm saying? But they don't know that because they have horrible customer service, because they don't like you. They might like to fuck you, but they don't like you. But you like them. And that's the beginning of the problem.
And now the problem is the tip isn't a gratuity. It's just expected at the start of a transaction at a lot of places. Just for even handing you your burrito.
But then they have to put the gratuity on a receipt. So now you've taken away my ability to give a gratuity. And they normally do that when it's like 4 or more people or 3 or more, something like that. But you're right. There's
the digitalization of America, the toddlerization of the world.
But the poor customer service is men's fault. And that's why I'm going to give Lauren her credit, because the poor customer service is men's fault.
Yeah.
Anytime your child misbehaves, anytime you got a little 5-year-old running around kicking people in the ankles and cursing people out like, shut up, bitch. Nobody looks at the child. Everybody looks for their parent and say, man, whose child is this? because you're responsible for the poor behavior of your child. Women are nothing but adult-sized toddlers, man. So as men, we're responsible for that. All of their all of their success is off the back of men. They can't sell an OnlyFans without men money. Girls ain't tricking. And apparently, I just found out it's all married men. It ain't even us. It's a bunch of old niggas that's married that want to see some young coochie. Too lazy to go to the strip club. And you know why I believe that's true? This a true story, Mitch. I'm 21 years old. 21 years old.
Yeah.
I go to a lounge.
They also don't want to get shot at the strip club.
You say what?
They also don't want to get shot at the strip club. They don't want to deal with
No.
you know.
Actually, strip club the one place that people can go kind of freely, unless you're in Atlanta and they turned it to a regular club. But I'm 21 years old, right? I go to this bar, but the bar has a lockdown. But I'm not even thinking that the bar has a lockdown on Wednesdays, because it's the middle of the work week. I'm just going because I need a drink. Girl, get on my nerves. I just want to go get a drink. I go there. I'm sitting by myself. I sit next to this old man. Like I said, I'm 21. The man had to be about 55, right? True baby boomer, right?
Yeah.
A stripper comes out. Here's some small world shit. She's a pure lesbian that works at my job. So imagine seeing your coworker come out the back with glitter lotion and a G-string on, right? So, but I know she a lesbian because I work with her. I'm like, damn, small world, right?
Damn.
So I'm sitting at the bar with the old man to my right. He pulled out a wad of money, bro, like choke a whale. But it was all singles though. But it was like $500 in singles. So it was like a big fat ass knot. But it was all singles, right?
Damn.
So I tell the old man, I say, man, put your money up, bro. She a dyke. She ain't going. He look at me. He look at the bartender. He say, bartender, bring this young man another what he already drank. That's some player shit too, by the way. Whatever they already drinking is some player shit. Because you ain't going to do a person better than they doing themselves, right? And at the time, though, I was drinking White Russians. So they bring me another White Russian. And he said, let me tell you something, young blood. He said, I'm married. I've been married for 41 years. I ain't trying to get no pussy from no girl in the street. I just want to see some tits and ass. He said, but I promise you. Matter of fact, it had to be a Friday. It had to be a payday. It had to be a Friday. He said, man, he said, I promise you, young blood, I'm about to spend every goddamn dime in this wad on these strippers tonight because I ain't going home to get my wife shit. Nigga, I was crying like and I sat next to that man, and that man tipped on the girls, and when he got a drink, he got me another drink, and he was my butt. I don't know his name. Because men are awesome, right? Like, men don't need to know you to be awesome, right? He just, man, he bought me like maybe 2 or 3 drinks because I ain't stayed that long. I stayed about an hour. He bought me like either that shot and 2 more shots or however it went, either 2 or 3 more drinks. And I thanked him and I dipped out. And and he told me something else. He said, man, he was the first person to tell me, man, you don't pay girls for sex, you pay girls to leave, or some shit like that. It was some old nigga shit. But I remember I was 21 years old, just sitting in the bar, just listening to the dude. He buying the drink, so of course I'm listening. And he older, right? Out of respect, right? Because that's when people respect their elders, right? Out of respect. Damn.
Yeah, respect the elder, respect the drink.
Respect the elder, respect the sponsor, right? Which is something that's the beginning of the show.
The sponsors, respect the logo. Yeah, respect. Now, people don't know any of that though. People aren't taught they don't learn it. They used to learn it intrinsically, and now it's the system's all been corrupted. With toddlers, it's all been
right because they respect nothing. Individuality is the lack of respect of hierarchy, right?
Damn. Wow, individuality is corruption, anarchy, communism.
Once you decide that it doesn't matter where you get it from or what it is that you have to do to get it, then you have no integrity. And integrity is a man thing, though. I don't expect girls to have integrity because girls are spoils of war, right?
Integrity, yeah, honor, loyalty, counting ability.
Right. The only thing I expect from women that black women don't have is good customer service, because that's how you get your gratuity. That's how you get the car. That's how you get the crib. That's how you get the ring. Good customer service. Now they're just masculine vaginal people. So they don't even get now it's because men compete with men on tricking on girls the way that girls compete with girls on getting BBLs. Ain't nobody ask niggas to trick. Ain't nobody. Perfect example. Down there in Houston, where you at? Them boys who buying $800 bottles and just pouring them on the floor to see who can pour out the most bottles. Men are competing with other men on whose floss is crazier, which is some ghetto shit. And women are competing on who can be the second worst. They're steady pushing the bar down to be the second worst, and they're saying this is all you can get. So they're expecting men to want less because they want to be less. And it becomes a cultural norm to be at the bottom, which other cultures dump their bottom on black. All the bottom feeders are the new black. And if you are not that, you're a coon by default. Which brings us full circle, because that's why I was trying to go with it. You're a coon by default, right?
The 80% that are trying to do something, that are trying to take whatever skills they have to do anything outside of minstrel arts. If you're not a minstrel, you're cooning.
And even if you are a minstrel, if you succeed and you don't give all your money away to the poor, you still cooning.
They attacked Kyrie. They attacked Kyrie, WNBA players, after he gave $9 million just to supplement the NBA's $10 billion. He gave them their whole salary.
Girls don't appreciate shit, and that's what we. You know what? I think there was a clip of that. Let me see if I can find it real quick. See if I can find it real quick. There was a clip on that. Yeah. There we go. Oh. There we go. There was a clip on that very thing. Let me see if I can find it real quick. That was addressing. Damn. Where did I see it at? You know what though? Here's the thing. Even though a girl says it, I don't trust her because she a girl. But I'm gonna find this real quick.
What did she have clothes on?
Man, she had on all the clothes, bro. A bra and panties and shirt and pants. She had on all the clothes, bro.
Probably shoes, socks. Oh shoot! Oh, don't tell me anymore. A belt.
Man, she probably had on a belt. No, she got on a turtleneck sweater, nigga. You can't even see her neck, nigga. She fully dressed. Hold on. Let me see. There we go. Hold on.
A necklace.
A necklace. I didn't watch the whole
Earrings.
thing. Yeah, I didn't watch this whole thing earlier because she did have clothes on, and I'm anti-listening to girls with clothes on. But I kind of sort of got the gist of it. Hold on, let me pull this up, you guys.
She was probably repeating a smart man's, words without giving him credit, though. So shout out to, her thievery without acknowledging the master.
Yeah, So let's check it out. Let's check out what she got to say.
Really don't appreciate shit, and this is why chivalry is.
I know what it is. I don't know why it'll never work.
Dead. This is why men don't want to do shit for us anymore.
Travels
because
cast voodoo on
the
that.
minute you start to not appreciate but expect shit, I'm not doing it for you. And I'm a woman and I feel that way. And I know men that feel that way. I don't have to do anything for you but respect you. I don't have to send you money. I don't have to spend money on you. I don't have to do any of that. That's something I want to do. I really don't appreciate shit. And this is why chivalry is dead. This is why men don't want to do shit for us anymore. Because the minute you start to not appreciate but expect shit, I'm not doing it for you. And I'm a woman and I feel that way. And I know men that feel that way. I don't have to do anything for you but respect you. I don't have to send you money. I don't have to spend money on you. I don't have to do any of that. That's something I want to do. I really don't appreciate
Yeah. So that's that with that. I don't believe it though, cause she got clothes on, but it is what it is. We know, lost Mineral Mitch.
No, I'm still here. Still
I ain't finna play with you,
still
man.
hanging around.
I ain't finna play with you. Ain't nobody contributed to the Mineral Mitch panel fund or nothing. I'm about to go find a taco. I'm about to find a taco, man. It's dinner time. Anyway, any last words, Mitch? Mitch done dipped out. As always, man, love your brothers as you love yourself. Feed the pack. Tribe up.
Welcome to the daycare. Welcome to the daycare. Welcome to the daycare. Welcome to the daycare. Stay away from cities with dyke mayors. They spray the pipes major. Don't play with your life, player. Or shake the dice, player. But if you got a quota, then stay away from toddlers. These bitches are fight promoters. Welcome to the daycare. Welcome to the daycare. Welcome to the daycare. Welcome to the daycare. Train your toddler. Please train your toddler. Whippings, timeouts, take her allowance. Cause I swear she will destroy your life if you allow it. Fucking, I'm tired of rapping. Yo, low, bring in the choir. Welcome to the daycare. Welcome to the daycare. Welcome to the daycare. Welcome to the daycare.
Niggas need to stop giving these bitches all the attention. That's why niggas is dying now. When these hoes get horny, niggas die. Hoes get horny, niggas die. Watch, every die. We gotta start saying fuck these bitches, man. If you fucking with a cool female, that's all good. But if you fucking with a bitch, you need to break her ass and shake her ass.